Hey everybody, John V here from PhoneArena. Right now I just got in the Samsung Rugby Smart for AT&T. It's going to be available starting March 4th for a tier contract price of $99.99. It's $100. It's a mid-range Android-powered smartphone, and it's also one of the few that's ruggedized. So we're going to do a quick unboxing and then also some hands-on time with the device, show you what's about. In terms of packaging, nothing out of the ordinary, typical AT&T fashion with the orange and white blue color theme going on. You have the image of the phone right up front, and you can tell it has some physical Android buttons. On the sides, you have the Rugby Smart name right there, and some fine print information on the sides. And finally, in the back, you have another image of the phone, and it says here's Android-powered rugged smartphone, 4G. I believe it's only HSPA plus, no LTE connectivity with this guy here. Wi-Fi capable, and it's a 5-megapixel autofocus camera with 720p video in tow with this guy. So open it up. Here is the handset. So let's just take this guy out, show you it, and you can tell right away it's a very rugged type of device. Some physical Android buttons here. They have that rugged feel to it, good solid feel to it. Constructed out of plastic mostly here, but it's a very tough plastic. I believe it is meets the military specification of 810F, which of course just for for drops, you could drop it, and it's also surprisingly also waterproof up to 3.3 feet of underwater, so that's 1 meter. So if you take this out near the beach or something like that, you could actually use it underwater for an extended amount of time. But it's just a nice feature that you don't see typically with most smartphones. So you have a latch here to unlock the battery cover. See if we could use our fingernail to do that. There we go. Let's see if we could unlock this guy first. Gain access to its battery. See how we get to the battery. That's a good question. So it looks like there's a slot right up here. Let's pull it out. There we go. So we have access to the battery. And the battery is a, doesn't say here, let's see. It's a 1650 milliamp hour battery. So pretty normal. SIM card slot, micro SD card slot right there. And just put in the battery like so. And with its waterproof aspect, you gotta just snap it on like so. Let's see if we get this correctly in, like that. Snap it in around its sides, and then you just lock it so water doesn't seep in if you're around water or if it's submerged. So waterproof in that aspect. Textured plastic in the back gives it somewhat of a grippy feel, but it's a little bit on the slippery side. But you have a little bit of a rubbery feel on the side, so when you hold it, it's a pretty good grasp. It's fairly compact. It's not the thinnest out there, but it's very easy to hold in the hands. So let's power this guy on. Power buttons on the side here. Very prominent, and we will go ahead and just get that started like so. And while that's loading up, let's take a look and see what else we've got. Nothing out of the ordinary. You have quick start guide, the health and safety and warranty guide, and the micro USB cable, and the wall adapter. That's pretty much it. So for $100, not really a whole lot to expect, but that's what it is here. So let's take a look at the handset now. See what it's all about here. So let's run down the specs really quick here. So the Samsung Rugby Smart features a 3.7-inch WVGA Super AMOLED display. So 480 by 800 pixels, very indicative of a mid-range device nowadays. Super AMOLED meaning it's going to give you those nice punchy colors, wide viewing angles, all the typical things that we find with Super AMOLED panels in place. Below you have the Android buttons here, physical. You can tell they have a rugged feel to them. Up top, the earpiece itself, front-facing camera. On the back, you have a 5-megapixel autofocus camera, shoots 720p videos, LED flash. You have 2 notches right there for the speakerphone, internal speakerphone, and you have these raised corners here. So if you lay down flat on the ground like so, it's going to be raised so it doesn't hit against the plastic cover. And of course, the latch right here to give it its waterproof aspect, so you could submerge it up to 1 meter of water, and it'll still live there. Up top, you have a looks like actually a 3.5mm headset jack. It's well protected. You got to make sure that if you're going to be putting this underwater, the latch is closed, of course. Left hand side, you have a little bit on the flat side, but still good feel to it. The volume rocker. It acts also as a flashlight here, as a flashlight indicator. See if we hold that. Maybe if you do hold. Now you got to probably access it through the software here. And in the bottom, you have a micro USB port for charging data connectivity. Again, very protected. You have the microphone right there, and the right hand side just have a dedicated power button. That's pretty much it. So it's running the TouchWiz interface on top. I believe it's Android 2.3 Gingerbread, and it's powered. I'm gonna say a 1 gigahertz processor. I'll take a look at that here in a moment. But let's take a look at which version of Android it's running. It is running Android 2.3.6 Gingerbread. So Gingerbread out of the box. No word if it's going to be upgraded to ice cream sandwich. And I believe the processor should probably be. Looks like it might be probably the same processor used with the Galaxy S2, but probably a single core nonetheless. So here's the interface. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's typical TouchWiz as we've seen on other handsets. Running pretty smooth here. Nice fluid movements, even with with all the widgets in place. Very good. And let's see if we could see some other applications here that are probably something different. Actually, most of the apps here are pretty much what you find on other Samsung smartphones, so that's nothing out of the ordinary there. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. This is the Samsung Rugby Smart. We'll be checking out more, see how it works, and we'll have some fun, checking out underwater too, see how that holds up. So if you'd like to learn more about the Samsung Rugby Smart, check out our website, PhoneArena.com. This is John V. Thanks for watching.